This is a sport about tradition, its history dating back centuries, its form unchanging. This is a sport about emotion, winning and losing, action and reaction. This is a sport about excitement. This is the world's fastest and most exciting sport. This is Jai Alai.
Ever since I learned about the game of Jai Alai and saw it on the opening credits of Miami Vice, it was always a fascinating sport that I didn't know much about. I still don't. But years ago, I came to Miami and I watched a Jai Alai match, and it was a different casino than I'm at right now. And it was kind of sad because it was like 3 people in the stands, and it was kind of depressing situation. So I came to a different, I think there's only 2 places that play it now. I came to a different casino. So let's go check it out, and maybe we'll all learn a little bit more about the sport of Jai Alai.
Jai Alai was introduced in the United States in 1904 at the St. Louis World's Fair. The first fronton or arena was built in Miami in 1926. Wagering was legalized on Jai Alai in 1934. Since then, Florida has become the second home to the Basque sport. 6 million fans flock to the many frontons throughout the state each year.
Here's how the game is played. The ball must be caught after 1 bounce on the floor or on the fly. All 3 walls are in play. The areas overhead or the screen on the side or the wood part of the court are out of bounds. The games are round robin, so a player or team that wins the point stays on the court to face the next player or the team in the order. The loser exits the court and goes to the bottom of the rotation. As long as the player or team is winning, they stay on the court and serve to the next player or team. There's singles and doubles games. During the first round of play, 1 point is scored for each winning contest. After all the players in the game have had 1 opportunity to play in the first round, the second round begins and the point value increases to 2 points for each game. At the current place here we're at, the games are played to 7 or 9 points. So the first team to reach 7 or 9 is the winner. At the time of the first team getting to that point total, whoever is in second in terms of the most points finishes second and third and so on. And so as they're making bets, you can bet on who to win, who to place, who to show, or have a superfecta, anything like that. The question you might ask is, how did Jai Alai go from crowds of over 10,000 people to a few dozen on a good night? One reason is gambling. It has been a blessing and a curse for the sport. It's kept the game alive, but it's taken away from the appreciation of Jai Alai as a sport on its own merit. Over the years, the focus has gone from a Jai Alai arena to it just being another part of going to a casino. Another darker reason for the fall in popularity occurred in 1981 when owner of World Jai Alai, Roger Wheeler, was assassinated. His murder was associated with Whitey Bulger and the Winter Hill Gang, and the sport became associated with organized crime in the public's mind. Then in 1988, there was a player strike that lasted for 3 years. All of that was a perfect storm that took much of the sports clientele away. Right there's what they call the fronton, where they have the matches. So let's check out the casino here. And you can see it's kind of a, normal, nice casino. And so obviously the advantage of how they have this set up is if you don't want to watch all the games, you can check something else out. So game 7, I'm going to bet on team number 6. And as we're checking out the odds, 9-5, one of the favorites. So that's the guys in the yellow there. That's going to be my guys, team number 6. And this is their first time on the court, so they're receiving, like we were talking about the rules earlier, so they're receiving. This first round is worth 1 point, and the opponent was not able to return it, so 1 point for the yellow squad. And now they're serving since they won the point, and they quickly get eliminated off the court as the fans go wild. Now back to round 2, and now because this is round 2, this little match here between the yellow and the orange teams are worth 2 points. So obviously it becomes increasingly important as they go, and that's pretty acrobatic play right there. Very much like racquetball in a way, how you're using different sides of the court and the different walls, and sometimes when you can get closer to the front, you get an advantage on the angles. And I can tell you, I was really entertained watching this. Obviously, you're rooting for a guy, and that was a good play there, but the other team got it, and the yellow team was not able to get that. Pretty much ended the match for my guys, unfortunately. Jai Alai is definitely an interesting sport. I had a lot of fun. I'd recommend coming down and checking it out yourself. Pick somebody to bet on, root on the guys, and support them. Difficult sport, a lot of fun.
Catch pulled off there by Dania Beach. Step back in the right side. Good position. Over to the fire on our right side. There's the outside pressure. Only one man to beat. Dania Beach is there. On a spin, it's handled very well by Preve. Top catch there. And another one by Janika. Side grab, Dania Beach parking nearby. On the run, in comes the American. Fires a two.